Okay, so we spent the last several videos discussing the naming system for a wide variety of organic compounds. So these names come from what we refer to as IUPAC. So IUPAC. That stands for the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. That's an association that came up with a standard set of rules for naming organic compounds. Because there are millions of known organic compounds, so they tried to create these rules so that if a scientist in America named a compound, a scientist in Japan, for example, would be able to understand that name and draw the correct structure. So in addition to the IUPAC rules that we have studied for the last several days, we also have common names. Okay, so common names are just names that are given to molecules because they are so commonly used that these simple names can be used to identify them. So think about something like water. We could call water dihydrogen monoxide, that's its actual name, but water is a common name for it. So there is no way to learn common names without simply memorizing them. So there are hundreds of thousands of these common names, but we're only going to learn 4 of them. Okay, so there's 4 of them that I think when you finish high school level chemistry, you should be aware of these molecules. So the first one that we'll look at is benzene. Okay. So benzene is just a 6-membered carbon ring that has alternating single and double bonds. So it is a molecule that is very widely used industrially, has pharmaceutical applications, and it is present in larger molecules in many biological systems. Okay? So the next one that we want to look at we call acetic acid. Okay? So acetic acid is the molecule that is present in what we know as vinegar. Okay, so the vinegar you buy at the store, the white distilled vinegar, is a solution of acetic acid. So you see acetic acid here is a carboxylic acid, hence the name. Okay, so the next one is acetone. Okay. So acetone is a simple ketone, and you're probably familiar with acetone as being nail polish remover. Okay. Then the last one we will look at formaldehyde. Okay. Formaldehyde has historically been used as a preservative for live specimens. Typically dissecting specimens are preserved in alcohol now, but you've probably heard the term before. Okay, so it is the simplest possible aldehyde. It is a 1-carbon aldehyde. Okay. So these are 4 of the thousands of different common names for molecules that exist, but these are 4 that you'll encounter quite often in your studies and in your life. So I think it's worth the time to go ahead and memorize these 4 structures and names.